I'm Trisha from the Culinary Command Post, and today I'm going to show you how to make coconut cranberry cookies. It has the same type of texture as oatmeal raisin cookies, but it's made with cranberry and coconut. So the first thing we need to do is combine our butter with our sugar. So we're going to use 1 cup of unsalted butter. And what I did is I put it in the microwave so it can get softened. I didn't have it at room temperature all day, so I put it in the microwave for 20 seconds to soften the butter. I put that in the bottom of the mixer, and then I'm also going to add my sugar. So you're going to mix your butter or your fat with your sugar. It's 1 cup of white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. And the brown sugar is what helps it stay moist, the cookies to stay moist. So half a cup of brown sugar. You're going to mix those two together. Okay, and just mix them till they're slightly combined. You don't want to overwork your dough because it'll be tough and hard to eat. Okay, then we're going to add 2 large eggs. So basically we're mixing up our sugar and our butter and then our wet ingredients, which is the eggs. 2 large eggs. And I always put them in a separate cup in case for some reason one of the shells falls in. It's a lot easier to dig it out of the cup than it is the whole bowl of dough. So make sure there's no shells. And then I'm going to put them in one at a time into the dough mixture. Okay, and then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to scrape it down one more time before I put in my dry ingredients. Okay, so now I'm going to put in my dry ingredients into the bowl first. So it's 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which I've already sifted. That's 2 cups of flour. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I just kind of spread it around because I'm going to use a whisk on it anyway to mix it up, but I don't want it all in one place. So that's baking soda, 1 teaspoon, and then half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, and so once I get those 3 dry ingredients in, I'm going to mix it with a whisk before I add it to my dough mixture. All right, mixed up all the dry ingredients. So now we're going to add the dry ingredients to our dough mixture. And we're going to do half and half. So we'll do half of it at one time, and then we'll mix it and do it again. Okay, and I'm going to scrape down the sides before I add the rest of the flour, salt, and baking soda. We're going to add the rest of the dry mixture. And then mix it on low so it doesn't throw flour everywhere. I'm going to scrape down the sides one more time. And then we'll be ready to fold in our pecans, our cranberries, and our coconut. Now, you could toast the coconut for a few minutes in the oven if you wanted to, but you don't have to. And I have the oven on 350 degrees. All right, you don't want to over mix it because you're also still going to mix the fruit and the coconut in and the pecan. So you're still going to be mixing it, folding it, but you're going to fold it in instead of mixing it. Okay, and that's how your dough should look. Just like cookie dough without the chocolate chips in it. Okay, so now we're going to fold in 1 cup of cranberries, and I'm using dried cranberries. You could probably even put in 1 cup of raisins in this if you wanted to make it a raisin cookie. And then I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of sweetened coconut flakes. In addition to that, I'm going to add 1 cup of pecans. You can use any nut you want. So I'm going to fold in 1 cup of pecans. And the key to these cookies, or any cookies really, is once you've mixed up the dough with whatever ingredients you're going to put in it, put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes on your cookie sheet after you've already measured out the cookies. I use a small scoop on my cookies because I don't want them to spread too much, but I want them to be thick. So I use a small scoop. And then once I put them on the cookie sheet with the parchment paper, then I'm going to put on some gloves and gently wet the gloves and then roll the cookies in a ball so that they're more uniform and they all cook the same. And if you add pecans, this should make about 2 to 3 dozen cookies. All right. Okay, we got our dough mixed in with our cranberries, our coconut, and our pecans. So we're going to line our cookie sheet. And you can use water, or if you have Pam spray, you can spray it on the corner so that it stays down. Especially if you do have a convection oven, because that has a fan circulating and it'll blow your paper up. I just put some spray in each corner to hold it down. Like so. because we're going to use our small scoop. Scoop out enough, and I kind of rake it on the side so it's flat on one side, so when I put it down, it's going to sit better. And you want to put them about 3 inches apart on your cookie sheet. At OSUIT, they have 2 different tracks. They've got a baking track of classes, and then they've got a regular chef program. But you can take all the classes you want. You'll still just get 1 culinary degree. So that's what I did. I took all the classes they had. They actually now have a garden class, and they have an aquaponics lab where they actually grow their own vegetables in it. But they have a garden class that teaches you how to start a garden. I think that's the only class I didn't take because they didn't have it available when I was in school. But I may go back and take that class. You do have to do a 3-month internship at the end of that program, and the program's about 1.5 years. In order to get your culinary degree. All right, so I've got 12 cookies on this sheet pan. Made sure they're separated by 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the gloves and put those in a ball so they could be chilling in the refrigerator while I'm doing the other cookies. I'm going to put the gloves on. I'm just going to gently wet the gloves, rinse them off first, and then wet them. And that'll make balling the cookies a lot easier, and they don't stick to your gloves. All right, so I got gloves on that are wet. I'm just going to ball them in my hand like this, and that way they all turn out uniform. They're all going to cook the same because they're all about the same size. You don't have to roll them in a ball, but I do. I think they look neater. And we're going to put them in the fridge and let them chill for about 30 minutes before we actually put them in the oven. You want to use a 350-degree oven. Oops. All right, now they're about all the same size, and they're rolled neat, so they'll bake neat. They'll be more symmetrical. All right, so I'm going to put these in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes and let them chill before I put them in the oven. I get this paper, parchment paper that's already cut from Temu. And these cookie pans that I'm using, they're called the Good Cook cookie pans. I actually got them at the VA store there at the VA hospital in Muskogee. But these are really good because they have a moisture barrier on the bottom that's built in so that your cookies don't burn. All right, so now I'm going to scoop out the rest of my cookies. Oops. You can use a medium scoop or a large scoop, but I've found if you use the smaller scoop, they stay thicker and they don't spread out. Plus, the key is to put them in the fridge and let the dough chill before you put them in the oven. That way they don't turn out flat and the bottoms are baked properly. It only makes 10 cookies. This one makes 3 dozen. I usually bring desserts to the VFW meetings and also the DAV meetings. So I got to make enough for all of us. Might be able to fit a couple more actually. So it makes about 39, almost 40 cookies. The recipe that I've got on there, it's all the recipe and the ingredients instructions will be posted below the video. So be sure to subscribe. Our cooking shows come out every Sunday at 2 o'clock. All right. All I got to do is put on the gloves, rinse my gloves, and then lightly wet them with water, and then roll the dough and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. And I've got the oven preheating at 350 degrees. All right, so now I just got to put them in the fridge for 30 minutes and I'm ready to put them in the oven. Let's see. Yeah, we got to put them in for about 8 minutes. See if they're done. maybe 10, but 8 at least. So, okay, so time. I thought we were waiting to get them out, but we ain't put them in yet. Okay, so now we're going to check on our coconut cranberry cookies. And they've been in there about 10 minutes. And basically what we're looking for is that they're brown around the edges, and then as they cool, then they're going to solidify so they won't be as soft. That's how you make oatmeal cranberry cookies.
All right, so what are these things?
They're coconut cranberry cookies.
All right. Yeah, that's right. That's what you cook. Now we're gonna have a taste bite.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna have a taste bite of it. And
Are they still hot?
I love coconut. It's so
I do too.
good. Very coconutty. Very good. All right. So every Sunday, 2 p.m. Tulsi. We were talking about Tulsi Gabbard here. So, but Trisha's show goes off at 2 p.m. every Sunday afternoon, and it will be there consistently. We have been doing it now for a few weeks, and we're going to continue. Hit that subscribe button and smash the bell as well to get notified, and we'll see you in the next show.